A perfect shot is born from 10,000 practice shots.
Ben Griffin, this a lengthy birdie try.
We're playing on the highest level, and you have to execute a great shot.
Here it goes.
It's probably going to be a shot that you've practiced.
Should come back.
And believe that you're going to pull it off.
Back to the right.
Constantly testing and validating in my game is very important.
How's the stroke been feeling?
Feeling good, but I need to be working a little bit more on really visualizing my putts and seeing them go in.
How do I individually get my craft a little bit better? How do I evaluate what I have and know what I need to work on to improve?
I've been having a lot of like 15, 20 footers for birdie. Really want to focus in on my breaks.
Or what do I need to do to sustain certain areas?
Just got to get the green speed dialed week in and week out.
So you have to evaluate. Without doing that, you're not really going to figure out how to individually get better.
We had just a little bit of face change in the closing direction. Possibly see some putts out on the course, missing a little bit left.
Making sure you're working on the right things and spending your time efficiently. Trying to exaggerate that feel so when I get over the ball, it's not going to end up being like that, but I'm going to almost feel like it is. We have access to a tremendous amount of stats, and I can compare my game against anyone in the world. While I'm trying to improve where I'm lacking, I'm trying to make sure I'm staying better in those categories that I'm doing really well in.
Pops it way in the air. Skinny bounce though, and Griffin is holding. What a shot.
We go through so many highs and lows as athletes. Just when you think you're at the top of your game, a few weeks later you could start to lose certain things. The validation part in practice is huge. When I hit that shot in practice and it finally clicks and I pull it off, that builds so much confidence for me when I get out on the course. Making any sort of changes takes time, and it takes a lot of effort, to where when you make that change and you start to build confidence, how reliable is it going to be when I'm out there on the course for a given season? Life comes at you pretty quickly. You got to be prepared for change. Once I ingrained that into my brain that I was an elite golfer, all I had to do was go out and execute. I knew I was going to have the success. I'm trying to really visualize the shot I'm trying to hit, trying to think about the lie. 25 hole outs this season. You have green light opportunities, you have red light opportunities. There's certain green light shots where I get over it and I'm like, all right, I want to make this. My lob wedge, my 60-degree wedge, is the wedge I trust the most when I'm around the greens. Because I've had so much reliability with it, it's a club that I know how it's going to execute when there's pressure. When I have those green light opportunities, I'm around the green and I feel like I'm going to hole it. You got to see it and you got to believe in yourself and you got to execute it. You're never going to have the same lie twice. You can't practice enough because there's always going to be a shot that's a little bit different from what you've worked on. You got to put in the work.